So hello everyone, this is Dr. Shiva. I'm running against Elizabeth Warren. I'm running for U.S. Senate. Listen, I want to let everyone know, look, I'm a scientist. Everyone knows, I'll keep telling you, I got 4 degrees from MIT, including my PhD. I've been doing science for a long time, since I was a 14-year-old kid back in Newark. So I know a little bit about science. Now, this woman knows nothing about science, and she's just pandering again to really support big things again. She supports big banks, she supports big business, and now she wants to support big universities, and I'll explain why. This article just came out, which I tweeted, which says Elizabeth Warren is against Donald Trump's cuts to the NIH. Trump wants to cut $5.7 billion, and she's written this idiotic report saying investing in innovation. First of all, this woman knows nothing about innovation, has never innovated anything in her life, has foreclosed people's homes, but not innovated. And it says the payoffs for funding biomedical research in Massachusetts. Look, I got a PhD in biological engineering. I run a biotech company, and I can tell you this, that simply throwing money at the NIH is not going to help all of us. Let me explain to you how the NIH actually works. Alan, you may want to come over here. A lot of people don't even know what the NIH is. The NIH stands for National Institute of Health. National Institute of Health. And it's located in Washington. And the NIH basically gives dollars for research, for basic research typically, what we call basic research, which means in stuff like cancer research, right? Stuff like, osteoporosis, you can go down the list, Alzheimer's, etc. A lot of the research that my new company Cytosolve and a lot of the work I do works on. So NIH funds basic research, and the goal is that you fund basic research and we're supposed to get new discoveries, new innovations, which really help all of humanity. But if you really look at it, when she talks about innovation, innovation means you fund new ideas, bold, brave things. Like the founders of this country, they were brave, they took courageous steps. But the NIH has actually become a racket that sends money around through basically insider horse trading to big universities. And a lot of people don't know this. I'll explain how this works. So if you are a researcher here, a young researcher, young investigator, and you have some good ideas, let's say you got some very good ideas, light bulb here, and you basically submit a grant application. You submit this grant application to the NIH. Now, who is the NIH? Now, when the NIH, actually behind this, this is the main point here, is a group of people who surround a table, and they get this grant application. Let's call this guy Joe. They get Joe's grant application, and they review Joe's grant application. They all look at it, and what they do is they score it. So they give it a score, and I don't know, they give it a score of 0 to 100%, for example. There's a scoring mechanism they have. And based on the score, either Joe gets funded or not. So the issue is, who are these guys that sit around what they call study committees? Okay? And if you really look into these study committee guys, most of them come from big universities. Big universities. You see? These guys come from big universities. Harvard, my alma mater, MIT, Yale, etc. Now, Joe here, poor Joe, may not be from a big university. He may be from a little state school over here, down in Alabama. Alabama, where a lot of good people, he's worked hard. He couldn't afford to get into these big universities, and he does really good work. But you know what? He's not part of this insider game. So when these guys look at it, Joe gets a score of 30%. What's even more interesting is if you actually look at this NIH application, Joe has to he has to prove to the NIH that he's already done some of the research which he's applying for. Remember, this is supposed to be innovation, so Joe's got to actually prove that he's already done something before, which he really can't do because he's applying to do new stuff. So the guys who get these applications are people who are actually part of the study committee advising their students who come from these big universities, like Bill. So Bill comes out of Yale. Bill knows this inside racket. He's already got data that helps him prove that he's already done some of it, so he gets a grant. So what I'm trying to say is the entire NIH process is to fund research that's really not innovative. That's already been done. And how do you get it done is you have your big universities already having funded pieces of it. So the net of it is throwing $5.7 billion into this racket is basically a way for Warren to send money, more money back to her alma mater, for example, at Harvard, and by the way, who actually fund her. So this is an insider horse trading game, and what it does is it screws small universities, very smart researchers who may be in these small universities. You know, and I can't not emphasize this, you know, everyone can read about the invention of email, and I invented the first email system, but not at MIT, not in the military. I did it as a 14-year-old kid in Newark, New Jersey. But when the facts came out that I did invent email and wasn't done at a big university, people got very, very upset. And this is this collusion that takes place. Philo Farnsworth was a young kid in Franklin, Idaho, and he was the first guy to invent the first TV. But he didn't get credit for it until 60 years later. So Warren, this entire NIH nonsense she's promoting, is really not supporting innovation. It's a way for her to act like she's attacking Trump, but the idea is to really drive money back to her farm club over here, her little plantation here back at Harvard and other places like that. And look, I'm from MIT. I like the place, a lot of smart people there, but you know, there's a lot of smart people all over America in these small universities who work hard, and they're getting screwed in this process, and innovation actually occurs at the edges. It occurs in Newark, it occurs in Franklin, Idaho, not just in these big universities. So when you look at this thing, and all of you Democrats and Bernie supporters, please listen to me. Elizabeth Warren is a fake fighter, he's a fake Indian, but she really doesn't care about innovation or research. She doesn't know what either of them are, has never done it. Thanks a lot. Again, go to ShivaForSenate.com and support our campaign. Thank you.